On the Friday of August 15, 2025, the Russian President Vladimir Putin and US President Donald Trump surprised the world as they met at the Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson in Anchorage, Alaska, by sharing a ride in the US presidential limousine, that is commonly known as the Beast or Cadillac One, for a brief one-on-one conversation while heading to the Peace Summit venue. While Russian media had reported that President Vladimir Putin intended to travel around Alaska in his own Aurus Senat limousine, with Moscow license plates, and despite the fact that the Aurus Senat had actually been driven to the military base ahead of Putin's arrival, the two leaders ended up sharing the Cadillac One a few minutes after the Ilyushin Il-96-300 PU that was ferrying the Russian President Vladimir Putin touching down, and we bet that the decision to jointly use the Beast was likely driven by a combination of security, logistical and symbolic considerations, and without saying much, let's delve into the key reasons for their sharing of the Cadillac One. Reason number 3, security and protocol considerations. Cadillac One is a highly secure and armored vehicle designed to protect the US president, equipped with advanced defense systems, bulletproof glass and secure communication capabilities. For a high-stakes summit on US soil, particularly at a military base like Joint Base Elmendorf-Richardson, US security protocols likely prioritize using a single, trusted vehicle for both leaders during their initial meeting. This would minimize risks associated with coordinating multiple high-security vehicles, especially given Putin's status as an indicted war criminal by the International Criminal Court, which could have complicated security arrangements. Reason number 2, logistical simplicity. The summit was organized on short notice. With limited venue options due to security requirements and Alaska's busy tourist season, so therefore using the Cadillac One, that was already on site and integrated into US Secret Service operations, streamlined the process and avoided potential complications, especially since Putin's plane had to navigate US airspace, which had been closed to Russian aircraft under previous restrictions, though waived for this visit. Reason number 1, symbolic gesture. The choice of the Cadillac One over Putin's Aurus Senat could be seen as a diplomatic signal. By inviting Putin into the US presidential limousine, Trump may have aimed to project control over the meeting's optics, emphasizing that it was taking place on US terms and soil. This aligns with Trump's public statements about quickly assessing the meeting's success, suggesting a desire to set the tone. Conversely, allowing Putin to use his Aurus Senat, a symbol of Russian prestige, might have diluted this message or given Putin a platform to assert his own narrative. Transferring to the Aurus Senat would have required additional coordination, potentially delaying the schedule or complicating security at the base, so the decision to use Cadillac One immediately after both leaders disembarked from their planes and shook hands suggests a focus on efficiency and immediacy. It should be noted that the meeting was focused on discussing a potential ceasefire and peace terms for the Russia-Ukraine war, with Trump emphasizing a listening exercise to gauge Putin's seriousness. The one-on-one nature of the initial talk in Cadillac One thus underscores the personal and direct approach both leaders took, possibly necessitating a neutral or US-controlled setting like the presidential limousine. And before we leave it there, it's important that Alaska had a big role in this meeting, whereby Alaska's proximity to Russia, just 55 miles across the Bering Strait, and its strategic significance as a former Russian territory made it a symbolically charged location. However, the choice of Cadillac One over the Aurus Senat avoided elevating Russian symbolism during a summit hosted by the US.